Hello everyone, this is Shargaas coming to you up again now with Let's Go Bot commentary of Vayne. Now, my runes have been flat AD red and lifesteal Quints with flat armor yellows and magic resist per level blues. Now, by the way, Masteries using 21 on offense, 5 actually in defense. I'll explain why. And 4, yes, 4 I think it is in utility. It's a build that usually I run on all ADCs that I play because honestly it's just it helps you a lot in harassing a lot in lane because you get those 3 points in mana regen and utility, plus you have the improved flash, so you have more chances to actually, you have the cooldown is lower for flash, so you're actually more able to flash out when you're in bad situations, so you're going to have it up for more times during the game. I don't feel like the 40 HP point in the defense tree is really that much necessary for an ADC, because if you're going to get caught at some point of the game, you're just going to die anyways. It doesn't matter that much. So let's talk a little bit about the laning phase right now, and a little bit about the skill order also. Reason I want to talk about these is because this is actually a very special game. It's a game that actually demonstrates how you should react when you're under pressure so much, and this is actually something that happens a lot in this laning phase and in this matchup. By the way, the reason that I actually picked Vayne for this game in ranked because they all have a lot of characters that stack up a lot of HP, like Zac, like Leona, like Cho'Gath. They are all going to be really big at the end of the game for sure. So I said to myself, okay, I got to go for something for late game. And as you know, in terms of Vayne at least, her W, I'm sure most people know already this by now, but it deals a percentage of the enemy's maximum HP as true damage. So I told myself, okay, I'm going to synergize that with Blade of the Ruin King, and eventually, you know, when the late game comes, I'm just going to break faces. And so that's like the end goal, at least for this game. And it's important to talk about this because you have to have tactical thinking when you're going into ranked games. And well, aside from knowing all roles and be able to actually play whatever it's necessary from you, because you never can get to be first pick, communicating and thinking about what is going to happen during the game is very, very important. And so yeah, and about skill order, after actually debating this for a while with some of my friends, because there has been, I think there are two kind of ways that you skill order Vayne, to be honest. There are certain people, at least in the past, used to skill a level first the W and actually rush for some attack speed items, and that way you could do a lot of nice HP bursts. But thinking about it again, and people are probably more right in obviously skill leveling Q first, because people don't stack HP so fast at the early stages of the game, so it actually does more damage in terms of, you know, the bonus damage with the tumble. So you skill level, at least in this game, yeah, I skilled Q first and then W and eventually E, and you know, you skill your ultimate every time. So let's talk a little bit about this laning phase. This matchup is actually a little bit problematic, and it requires for me to actually play very, very, very safe. And in case no one knew this about me yet, but I'm actually a pretty aggressive player, at least when it comes to AD lanes, because I love to trade. I love to think that I know to trade very well and to come on top eventually. But this is a problem because Vayne is squishy, and Graves is a character that can just dash in there and use the buckshot, and in that sense just burst me down really quickly. And if you take into account the passive from Leona, I can be bursted in one combo. So that's a problem. It's a really big problem. And if you've seen, at least at the start of this whole process of this lane, I've been keeping my distance as much as I can from minions in general. But why am I saying from minions also? Because it's not worth risking yourself so much. I mean, it's important, the CS, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth risking yourself so much for last hits when you can get caught so easily by Zenith Blade from Leona, and then, you know, just in that sense you're just gonna lose. My partner here, Cake Lord, which I'm actually playing a lot of ranked games right now and leveling up with him, he's actually a mid laner, though, to be honest, you know, it's not, communication is very important, like I said earlier, and the reason I'm actually talking about this is because he already played several sport games with me, and I just, you know, whenever we start the game, I tell him, listen, gonna play aggressive now, or listen, gonna play passive now. This is exactly what happened actually in this game as well. When I saw that I'm gonna be in a very tricky situation in which I can't really farm very safely, I told him, let's just play passive, okay? You defend me for, like, at whatever point or way that you can, and I'll just trade whenever I can also. So we got a gank here. Graves has the flash. I actually really wanted that kill, so I flashed in to get the vision, but Nunu got it. No big deal, I got the assist. We got Graves to go back now, so we're pushing the lane, and it's all about pushing, it's all about objectives, you know. So I get the farm, and I'm gonna deny it from Graves eventually. Not pushing very hard because I'm gonna focus on the CS and I wanna not miss it. So here we go back right now. First item I'm rushing for the Blade of the Rune King, like I said. So I'm taking any advantage that I can while I can. So I'm taking the golems because it gives me a lot of experience, at least on my lane opponent right now. And also it's gonna give him a little bit of time to actually push, and that's a good thing. I mean, I want him to be pushing because when he pushes, yeah, okay. let's stop at this for just a moment. I actually get caught in here, and this actually shows you why it's so important to play defensive. I get greedy, I'd say, by going for the huge minion, and I'm extremely lucky for like living this thing, to be honest. And there's no way in hell I'm gonna farm in this kind of situation. It's not worth it. Swear to God, it's not worth it, because if I get anywhere near that whole situation, whichever point you want to look at it, I'm just gonna die. At a certain point, I think we also saw Fizz. Yeah, we saw him right now actually while being under this turret. So this is very important on decision making, and not only decision making but positioning as well. I never try to position myself in a place where it puts me in a great risk. And whenever I get like too further in or too deep, then I just go back. And this is also it's a good example of what you shouldn't do, because I mean, on the enemy team's part at least, because at the start I was in a good position to damage deal on Leona as much as I could, having all those silver bullet stacks and all that stuff. But I'm too low. I can't risk myself I don't want to give them a kill. That's like the worst thing that I could do. I want to continue farming. I want to continue to gain the advantage on my opponent right now. And he has part of it, I'm just sorry for stuttering, but part of why it's so important to actually stay and continue farming and keep yourself safe is because they already got a huge amount of pressure from the early game. Like incredible, because I couldn't farm safe. Means that I didn't go for all the minions all the time because Leona was in the bush. She was threatening to catch me, and that's a tricky situation. I have like let's see, he has 100 CS, I have 80. He has 20 CS lead on me. I don't have a kill yet. Well, at this point I do because I killed Fizz, but I had an assist from earlier. He's still stronger than me. I'm only getting stronger around, let's say, I don't know, level around this level 9, level 11, getting the second part of my ultimate. Right here, actually, Leona is. I saw from the ward that Graves is actually far away, and so it gave me the good to go to actually go for Leona full throttle, because I knew that Graves is not going to be there in time. So I dodged the Zenith Blade, I knocked her back on the wall, just bursted it down as fast as I could, flashed in to get the triple silver bullet, and that's it. And Graves, he completely burned everything on you know, with his ult on my barrier, and I still live on, and I have lifesteal, and now I can go back home, and I get the Blade of the Rune King. So this is very good. This is actually great, because why also Blade of the Rune King is such a good item for Vayne, because Vayne is actually a short-range carry. Means that she's going to get up close and personal, and she's going to be able to use that active to actually slow the person and continue making continuous attacks on the opposition, and get silver bullets down, especially like on targets with so much HP like Zac, and like, just look at this, okay? Look at this. I'm gonna I didn't kill him because positioning is much more important, and I saw that there's like a lot of enemies incoming, but just look at the burst, okay? I pop in my ult, which is fine by me. I pop in the Blade of the Rune King as well, and they all come to defend him. I'm not gonna be greedy enough or stupid enough to actually like flash or continue chasing, because there's 4 enemies, you know, you have to assist the situation. It's fine by me that I actually use the ultimate, because the cooldown on Vayne's ultimate is pretty short, and you know, it comes back up like very early. And so yeah, I get the Blood Boil from Nunu, take the red buff, take the golems, because, well, okay, now we have actually a sort of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, it's a bait, or they didn't know that I was coming, I suppose, so I surprised them for the back, and whoa, look at that, I got 4 kills, 0 deaths. That's so important, you know. I mean, it's not saying that it's GG or that the game is over at this point or whatever, but it's a good indication for actually me doing good positioning and not exposing myself, I'd say, I don't know, to the enemy team or my intentions or from where I'm coming from. Part of it is because of the great warding that we actually have right now, so you know, I could see where people are coming from and what are they doing and what they want to do, and I continue farming. We already got this tower down. Actually, it's some sort of a bug. I don't know how it happened, but whatever. I'm pressuring the lane because I want to get another objective down. I want to get the tower down, and I'm pressuring so much that they're gonna have to come and deal with me somehow, or at least try to catch me and kill me. And yeah, so that's what they try to do, but they can't do anything at this point because I guess, I don't know, whatever. I'm too fast. We catch Shargaas and we engage. So bursted him down pretty quickly, I'd say. Also used the active, so yeah, he couldn't go anywhere. Now he lost half his stacks. That kind of puts Shargaas out of commission. It takes half of his tankiness out, and yeah, that's a problem. Just a moment, I'm gonna sip on some water. Sorry, continuing. So we got vision all over their jungle right now. You just look at this. We know that Zac is doing the wolves because we had a ward in his blue. We had a ward on the bush from the left. And I really am not sure why he went to farm those wolves when so many of our team was in their jungle and they saw it, but whatever, you capitalize on mistakes. That's what you do. That's how you win games. And right now Nunu is trying to yeah, he tried to set up a he set up actually a very nice gank by doing the whole Empire Nunu, you know, ult and all that stuff, but with the yeah, well, I'm waiting here actually for, yeah, I knew that Leona is gonna do that, so I was running patiently just waiting for someone to throw whatever they wanted to throw, because I knew that if I was flashing too early, there is actually a chance of being able to catch up to me. So yeah, anyway, this is what happens. And right now actually the lol, what the crap part of the game is Nunu taking the blue. And since you can't see the chat, Xin Zhao, who was playing actually on mid lane, as weird as it might sound, he said, "You stole my blue, I go AFK." And he literally goes AFK for the entire duration that the blue buff is down. Swear to God to you, you can see he's actually going all the way to the blue bush bush, whatever. And he's just standing there. He's just literally standing there almost through the entire game. I mean, I hope this dude gets permabanned for real, because everybody reported him after that game. He got his blue. The ironic and retarded part of this whole thing is that when his blue actually got up, is that like he stormed in with the entire team, all of us, and I think he killed someone or whatever, but he got killed like so fast. So basically, he gave his blue away. You know, I don't understand the logic behind players like this. I swear to God, like, you're playing ranked. You want to win. You want to get up in leagues. You know, right now we're 4 people. We can't push anything with 4 people. For real, we can't do it. You know, we told him even come take the enemy blue right now, and he just didn't budge. He didn't talk. He didn't say anything. Nothing. He didn't care. Anyway, enough about that. So, Blade of the Ruined King. Now, moving on to Phantom Dancer. Vayne doesn't necessarily need a huge amount of AD scaling. She just needs a lot of attack speed to do all that percentage damage, especially when you got Blade of the Ruined King as well, because that stacks up also on max HP. So basically it synergizes like perfectly with the Vayne W, the Silver Bullet. So you get the attack speed, and now you attack like mad. You get the Last Whisper just to ignore all of the armor that the enemy team is stacking up on against you, and that's it. And I saw him coming from a ward, so basically I just took a few minions, and then I told myself, okay, let's just head back and not engage in this. So now, yeah, this is becoming a problem. As you see, enemy team notices that we got an AFK, they take the advantage, they start pushing, and at this point, I mean, I know that there's literally nothing that I can do. I jumped in a little too prematurely and had to flesh out, but despite the turret going down, I actually managed to, with good positioning, good dodging skills, just look at this, I dodged literally almost everything. Look, I got solely on my own almost the entire enemy team down. I dodged with a tumble because I actually saw it coming. There's a slow coming in from Nunu, and Shargaas is freaking dead. He can't do anything. Now Leona flashes, and she's actually going through a ward, so she can't run also. She's gonna try and whatever recall, but yeah, just get her down, and we push it. Xin Zhao got his freaking blue. GG, you stupid fuck. And dies. You see, like this. Gave his blue to Graves. Just bravo, dude. Bravo. Got nothing to say. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, doesn't matter because we actually win this game eventually, but at least he got back, you know. At least he didn't completely ignore everything that was going on in this game. And I mean, I don't know if he's communicating or whatnot, but screw it, you know. As long as he's active, as long as he's playing, as long as he's trying to win, I'm not gonna argue. So let's continue on with this. So basically, you know, this might sound like I'm repeating myself through commentaries or whatever, I don't know, but split pushing is like one of the most important things in this game. I mean, there's nothing to it, you know. I mean, the team actually is helping me, obviously, being like all together right now, but it's important to split push wherever you play, to be honest. Like, whether you can't really split in mid, but whether you're bot lane or top lane, it's very key. It's completely key in the success of the game. And as long as my team can manage on its own, so yeah, you better get as many as much farm as you can, and just yeah, get the game, you know. This just allowed us, this was just an act that allowed us to snowball very, very heavily, very quickly, and that's it, the game is done. Hope you enjoyed it, I hope it helped you out. If you got any questions, please leave a comment down below for me. If you liked the video or it helped you, please subscribe to my channel and press the like button, and I'll see you in my next video.